is Dr. Sushma. Today I am going to talk about fractional CO2 laser. Fractional CO2 laser can be done in conditions like aging of the skin. It helps acne scars, it helps stretch marks, and also it can be done in case of pigmentation spots on the skin. So first coming to aging. So aging is a natural process of the skin. Usually it starts around the age of 35 years. But in certain conditions like when there is a lot of stress, or when there is not enough sleep every day, or when the diet is not correct, or when there is a lot of sun exposure, all these can lead to earlier aging of the skin. So you'll start looking older than your age. So in these conditions, like you start noticing fine lines on the skin, pigmentation spots, and your skin starts becoming loose. Fractional CO2 laser helps in all these conditions. So to slow the aging process, I recommend taking antioxidants either as supplements or in your daily food, like include a lot of vegetables and seasonal fruits. The supplements can be in the form of glutathione or beta carotene, and make sure that you sleep well at least 6 hours a day, and apply a sunscreen with SPF of at least 50. And when you are continuously exposed to sun during the day, you will have to reapply sunscreen every 3 hours. So another condition where the fractional CO2 laser helps is acne scars. So acne is a very common problem. Like 90% of the boys and 80% of the girls have had pimples any time during their lifetime. Most of the people, it is very mild and it just leaves brown spots and fades away. But in few, it can be devastating. It can leave depressions and scars on the face. And these scars stay back for lifetime. So fractional CO2 laser can improve these scars. So what happens is, like when we do the laser, we are actually injuring the skin. So during the healing process, there is collagen production from within the skin, and that fills up the acne scars, and they start improving, and the skin looks a lot better than before. Open pores and oily skin also can be improved by the fractional CO2 laser. So oily skin, what happens is, like the sebaceous glands, that is oil secreting glands, are more active than in the normal skins. So all that oil has to come onto the surface of the skin. So for the oil to come onto the surface of the skin, the pores become larger, and it looks like open pores. So when we do the CO2 laser, the pores shrink in size, the oiliness comes down. Hair loss nowadays is very common. So hair loss broadly can be classified into nutritional deficiency hair loss or androgenetic hair loss. Coming to the nutrition deficiency hair loss, so it can be seen at any age, and it's very common in students because most of them stay in the hostels and they don't take proper food. And in these people, like, there can be deficiency of iron. And also again, in case of females, it is very common. It could be because of their menstrual cycles, excess bleeding, or they undergo through these pregnancies, deliveries. It could be because of that. So iron deficiency is very common in case of females. So other things that can be deficient are B12, and then folic acid and vitamin D. Vitamin D, it is usually synthesized in one's own skin when they are exposed to sunlight. But most of the people, either deliberately they avoid sunlight to prevent tanning, or they don't have time to expose to sun. So all this leads to deficiency of vitamin D, and these nutritional deficiencies can lead to this hair loss. So once the client comes to us, like we investigate for the deficiencies, and then if we find something, once we supplement these vitamins, their hair loss starts improving in about 6 months to 1 year. Next common type of hair loss is androgenic alopecia. So androgenic alopecia we commonly see in men. It starts around 20 years of age. and usually they start noticing thinning of the hair on the front of the scalp. And as days pass by, they start noticing the receding of the hairline. So the hairline goes back mainly over the sides, and then later on, even the front part of the hairline goes back. And later on, they start noticing thinning of the hair at the back. And if left untreated, it goes like this, and except for a little hair over the back of the scalp, all of the hair is lost. So, in androgenetic alopecia, it is better to start the treatment as soon as possible to save most of the hair. Coming to the treatment of androgenetic alopecia, there are certain tablets and lotions to apply, and along with these, we can do mesotherapy. Mesotherapy is nothing but injecting the substances into the scalp. So, what all we inject here is we can inject stem cells, we can inject stem cell growth factors, and one more thing is platelet rich plasma, popularly called as PRP. So, PRP is processed from one's own blood and then it is injected into the scalp. So, all these mesotherapy sessions have to be done at regular intervals, around like once a month, and for few months it has to be done to show the results. And mesotherapy is a painless procedure. Uh, we just numb the scalp with ice cubes, and then we inject with meso gun. So around a drop of solution is injected at every prick, and like this the whole of the scalp is covered. And it is an office procedure, one can get it done. It takes around 45 minutes and then they go back to office. So we can see androgenetic alopecia even in the females, but it usually starts at a later age in case of females.